It's a solvent liquidation, and it's a way of putting a company into liquidation when it's reached the end of its useful life, and it's a way for people to take value out of a company when they retire, say, when the company's reached the end of its natural life. So you'll be in the hands of an insolvency practitioner who's qualified and very experienced. They will be able to run you through the procedure, which include as advantages: one, certainty. You know that everything that is associated with the company will be wound up in an effective way. So that takes worries away, and that gives you certainty. Secondly, the procedure involves asking creditors to come forward with their debts. They will have a time scale within which to do it, a deadline, which means that after that point no further creditors can come forward. So that's a way of making sure that everybody is caught and you won't have nothing else to worry about, apart from HMRC. HMRC don't get bound in the same way, and that's the next issue that the liquidator will have to deal with. But you won't have to worry about it. That's something for the liquidator to sort out on your behalf. Some of the particular advantages are for the shareholders, because when the assets of the company are distributed, perhaps as capital, that means they can take advantage of particular reliefs, which would include perhaps Business Asset Disposal Relief, which is formerly known as Entrepreneurs Relief. The distribution as capital can also have particular advantages for shareholders depending on their own tax position. Some of the benefits are also in relation to the assets being distributed as capital, which individuals can particularly benefit from depending on their own personal tax circumstances. And typically the rates would be lower than they pay on, for instance, receiving money as dividend. That's entirely up to the government, but every tax budget potentially, or the tax part of the budget, is potentially going to shift the goalpost. Business Asset Disposal Relief may or may not be affected by the budget, but it's worth bearing in mind that these reliefs might reduce or disappear altogether. As well as that, the reliefs available to individuals, the allowances for individuals might well change. So with the new budget, the landscape for tax could change significantly. A Members Voluntary Liquidation, also known as an MVL, can only be administered by a licensed insolvency practitioner. At Antony Batty Co, we have a range of experienced staff specialising in Members Voluntary Liquidations. We will guide and support you through the full process.